Hi, I'm Greg Crawford, the editor of TABB Forum, and I'm joined today by Bart Bartolozzi, Senior Product Marketing Manager for Trading Systems at IPC. Bart, thanks for being here today.
Thanks, Greg. Nice to be here.
We're going to spend some time talking about regulation and compliance. And Bart, a recent survey of trading floor IT managers globally found that, 43% see meeting regulation policy as being their biggest challenge in 2011. Do you agree with that? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I think we've spent a lot of time talking to our customers over the last few months, and clearly all of the policy that's coming forth is really what's something that's on their minds. You're talking about the recent market crisis allowing regulators to get more aggressive than they have in the past.
Right.
Here in the U.S., the Dodd-Frank regulatory policy that was recently announced in July is probably more comprehensive than all of the regulatory policy that's been in place before it. And globally, MiFID is updating their policies in MiFID II.
Right.
There's a Basel III initiative. And I think our customers are really trying to understand what it all means. How does that shake out and the impacts that'll have on the markets going forward.
So how do banks then address these challenges, and sort of what impacts are these likely to have on the trading floor itself?
Well, I think the systems that are in place today clearly are not adept at managing some of the complexity that the new policy will have attached to it. And I think if you talk to our customers, about 25% of them really are going to focus a lot of their spending on compliance technology in general.
Okay.
But many of them are going to focus on the trading floor technology and do a refresh. Find systems that can manage some of the more collaborative elements that the new policy may take into place. I think what we're going to see is a shift in how trading is done going forward. It will no longer sort of be unilaterally traders deciding some of the policy, working with portfolio managers and driving it.
Okay.
I think you're going to have much more of a collaborative environment where you have your front office folks, your research analysts, your portfolio managers, your traders, very engaged with compliance to understand what are the products we're putting together,
right,
what are some of the challenges around those, and how to deliver transparency across the organization to meet that, so that they meet some of the regulatory requirements that they'll have going forward.
Okay.
So I think those challenges really have to be factored into what your trading system can accomplish,
right,
and how do you interconnect all of those parties together.
Okay.
A lot of the trading floors today have disparate connections for front office and back office, for research and analysts, and compliance is somewhere not even in the loop today.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to need to see them all be on a single system, all of them having specific devices that allow them to do their job well, but also to interface and connect with their counterparties and also across the organization.
So it sounds like, depending on the trading floor that you're talking about, they may be in a different place as far as being ready to meet those collaboration needs and the challenges that are brought on. Is that accurate?
I think that, yes, that's very accurate. I think they all understand that they have to get engaged around some of the challenges ahead with them. Some have already been actively pursuing new solutions,
right,
upgrading their platforms, looking at how they need to engage the larger folks that are needed across the trade cycle. And I think some of them are still really just trying to fundamentally understand what they need to do.
Right.
And I think it's important when you look at the systems that you have in place today to understand, can it manage the technology? Will it manage the technology changes needed for tomorrow? And regulatory policy that's coming, it's not fully, completely cooked yet. So
right,
it's going to evolve, it's going to change. Will my platforms be able to evolve and change to meet those challenges?
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Well, that's interesting, and it's certainly, as you say, because it's changing, it's something that we'll clearly be keeping an eye on, and we'll stay in touch and see how IPC is addressing these issues. So, again, my name is Greg Crawford, and I'm the editor of TABB Forum, and I'm joined today by Bart Bartolozzi, Senior Product Marketing Manager for Trading Systems at IPC. Thanks for joining us.